Hello, and welcome to the video. My name is Katie, or cadydae, and welcome to the first Draw With Me of the channel. Woo! Today, I am going to be drawing Tam, who is a character of mine. I don't know too much about her yet, but most of what I know is that she's a dancer, and she's half Filipina, however I'm supposed to say it, and black as well. So, yeah, found this reel the other day by Cindy Does Stuff, I think that's her name. And I used this because, that's why. The poses felt very Tam coded. Tam is very energetic, very bubbly. And I thought the video encapsulated her personality very well. It reminded me a lot of Tam. And so I'm like, hey, let me just draw her. And so I took a couple screenshots. I ended up doing 5 poses, but finishing out 3. I saved 2 of them for later on, but that's later on, so just still keeping it pretty loose, like concept art to an extent. In terms of putting together poses, I tend to do a circle for the head, a slightly larger circle for the chest, upper torso, and then a tinier one for the hips, of course, depending on the proportions of the character. And for the feet and hands, I put in like a kind of wonky looking square shape for the palm of the hand, and then the fingers, I'll do like block shapes. I put like the middle finger and ring finger together, and then I draw the other fingers on their own. It just helps me simplify. And for the toes, I just do like little circles. I think I end up doing that later on. And then I'll use a similar method when it comes to any clothing that goes on top, using larger shapes to capture the overall form, and then adding little details as I see fit. I keep these sketches, this drawing, this spread, pretty simple. Mainly just wanted to practice posing here. And then I also do little crosshairs. More so to show the direction of the face so I don't get lost as I move on, as I keep going with my process. And then I'll do little lines, or long lines, for the legs and arms, of course as it suits the character. And then for the feet and hands, I'll do little triangles, or for the feet, I'll do little triangles. I struggle with this foot here. There, I erased a bit of the torso as I found the lines were getting a little too hectic for me, and I just go from there, keeping it loose. I kind of like the energy of all the lines. Again, I feel like it just helps keep that sense of motion. Here's her personality. She got a little what's that, twist? Like the hips, the shoulders are facing one way and the hips are another, like in the reference. And then here I am cutting out those first 2. I do like them, but I think it was just a lot. I was just trying to keep it simple for the video. It's such a different process recording yourself drawing. Like, I draw all the time. I've drawn for friends in like streams and stuff, but it's like having the camera there. It's also like obstructing my view. The way I had it set up you can see here the angle, the camera was right in front of my face, and so I didn't feel natural in these, but I think I'm pretty happy with how they came out anyway. They do remind me of Tam, and I think that's what's most important. And here I'm just adding in the expressions, again, erasing the sketch as I see fit, and adding in the features, the facial features. Adding in her brows here. I do little dots for the eyes, especially as if the drawing is small. I don't really like zooming in too much, as you see. A lot of these clips, I had to zoom in so far. Like, I never really zoom in as close as you're seeing in this footage. I'm always zoomed in like mostly 75% out. Just so I can always have a sense of the image as a whole, as opposed to the little details. It's just how I prefer to work. I don't mind if you zoom in, it looks a little messy and fuzzy. There's a word for that, that type of art. But it reminds me of that. Like, you zoom out, you see the whole picture, but you zoom in, it looks like a whole mess. That's essentially how I work. And here I'm adding in her clothes. I think just gave her sweatpants and a bit of a crop shirt. Or maybe it was a work outfit. I don't remember. But a bit like the reference that I took. Yeah, essentially the reference. And then just adding in more of her features, refining as I go along. And here I was just taking some notes. Something to keep in mind for me, reminding myself to keep her consistent as I draw her 3 times over. I wrote wide nose and kinda thicky. She's a little short. I want to say like 5'4", maybe shorter. You can't really see it here. I want to get better at drawing shorter people without having them look like children. But I hope maybe it's not too deep here. But it just reminded me of that. It's something I do struggle with sometimes. Tweaking her hair here, trying to find her signature shape. I find she has, or the way I've been drawing her, she has a big swoop. I think it's on her right side? So just adding those little things to help her feel more distinct as her own character. These poses were a little tricky, but I am thankful that I did push myself to try something new. I forget how fun it can be to just do something new, try something new. My go-to is to just kind of draw the same poses over and over again. I think one of my go-tos is probably like maybe like a standing or not sitting poses. I barely draw those either. Yeah, just bust shots, things like that. But I really had to push myself with these, so I was putting it off. I put off this whole video for months. So I was like, oh, I don't even know, like, are these good? Are these clean enough? Like, did I capture it well? Did I capture her well enough? But in the end, I'm like, you know, it's a bit of my process, but I wanted to share, so maybe that's a whole topic for another day, comparison, but yes. I'm just adjusting as I see fit, adding the little details here and there. I think I'm mostly done with these sketches. Just tweaking little lines. Yeah, I'm done with these. Just zooming in, showing you what I have so far. And I'm pretty happy with these, all things considered. And now moving on to color. My enemy, my worst enemy. I'm trying to get better at it these days. I like how the colors turned out on my reference up there. Color is something I've really been trying to get a better grasp on, especially lighting in terms of color. Like, I can put in, like, here, just color block, but when it comes to color bouncing off, reflective light, subsurface scattering, all the terms and stuff, I'm like, where do I begin? So I'm gonna be trying to do more of that in future videos. My comfort is just sketching. Like, if it was just me, I probably would have just stopped with the sketch as it was done. And this actually was the intention with the video, to stop at that last fade, that last cut, to finish with the sketches. But I thought, well, push myself. This year I want to really push myself halfway, what is it, the 6th month? Halfway through the year. So gonna do my best to try and use more color in my illustrations. So yeah, it is kind of therapeutic though, satisfying in a way. And she had some shadow as well, so I'm just keeping the same makeup. And coloring her hair. I think she has black hair. It looked kind of brownish here. Maybe it is a little brown, I don't know. Still trying to keep the energy of the hair by having some brush strokes visible on the outer edge, just to keep that sense of movement and bounciness. And then this brush back, if you're curious about it, I'll link it in the description of the video. But it's by a mutual of mine. I think her name is Janny. I don't remember her whole handle, but I will link brushes down there if you're curious. I use them a lot. Especially this one I'm using for the color. It adds a nice wash. It doesn't feel too heavy like a hard round brush. So highly recommend that pack, and it's free. Jump on that if you can. Oh, there I was trying to move over in the canvas. Sometimes it doesn't, like, I don't know if my hands were just dry. But it doesn't pick up my finger and move along in the canvas, so a little bit of frustration there. And then just adding more details to the face, some light makeup. We end up tweaking it more down the road. And then color to her little jacket. I went pretty back and forth on what color to make this. I think I ended up cutting most of that out. But I went with this tealish green color. I think it complements, adds a nice pop of color. And here I am just cropping the canvas, and I'm also playing around with the background here. Something was throwing me off with the illustration. I don't know if it was not enough happening, or if I had too high expectations for what I was trying to do, or something. And then sometimes I'll do this, I'll twist around the canvas, even looking at it completely upside down, just to see if there's anything I missed, or just see the art from a different perspective. Can help. Something I do wish I did was flip the canvas. I think hopefully next time I remember to do that. Because I had flipped it when I was making the thumbnail and I was like, ooh. So, you know, next time, always next time. And then there I am playing around with the background again, trying to find something that worked. This doesn't look too bad, but I don't think the neon bright yellow was really calling to me. Well, actually, here I'm playing with the curves, the colors of the TM drawings themselves. Played with blue. Just trying to find something to bring the drawing together. Maybe it was simpler than I was trying to find a fix for. And then my iPad crashed, so maybe God was trying to tell me something like, yo, it's good enough. So I ended up just adding I did some stripes and just add a little something. Yeah, some more stripes there. And then I unfortunately didn't capture the rest. Added hoops, added new colors. I played around with curves some more. I added some bandages to her feet from dance, some bruises and stuff there. But yeah, this is the finished illustration, and now we're to the end. Oh, intro, outro. This is Tam. Thank you so much for watching this video and coming along with me. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.